Hi guys, it's Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday, a spot where every week I discuss 2 Scentsy scents and how they do for me in the hopes that will give you guys an idea of how they may do for you. So this week we had a record number of votes, 340. We beat the record, and in first place we have a very pretty color pink wax. I have a couple full bars here, and it's from the Moment by Moment collection. It is Birthday Wishes. This one had 34% of the vote. And in second place, we have this light orange colored wax, also in the Moment by Moment collection, called Happy New Home. This one came in second with 22% of the vote. So let's talk about our first place scent this week. It is Birthday Wishes. I have actually 2 other bars of this one. It's a beautiful, pretty pink color. And I would say on cold sniff, this is about a medium intensity. It would be placed in the bakery section, and like I said, in the Moment by Moment collection, which you can get as a 5-pack bundle, or you can put it in a 6-pack bundle. You do not have to get all 5 scents, you can mix and match. So the scent description for Birthday Wishes, it says, rainbow sugar sprinkles add a sweet surprise to comforting cake batter and whipped vanilla. So a lot of people are rumoring this to be a lot like Happy Birthday, and I agree, it is somewhat like Happy Birthday. There's a little bit of a, what do I call it? GBD note, golden brown and delicious. So the way I think about this scent is it's very much vanilla cake batter that you kind of put in the oven, and then about 15 minutes into baking, you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to add the sprinkles. So you pull it out and you add the sprinkles, and the edges are just getting that tiny little golden brown component, but it still smells like batter, kind of like that. And in the background, your kid is mixing up the vanilla frosting. And the vanilla frosting is very fluffy. And there's not as much richness to this, but it's still rich. I feel like Happy Birthday might be a little bit more rich, and I get a little bit of a tendency to get little whiffs of chocolate here and there with Happy Birthday. With this one, it's kind of vanilla veering towards caramel, but the caramel, I think, is kind of reading that golden brown and delicious. So that's the best way I can think of describing this one. Now, I took 2 cubes and I put it here in my bedroom because I'm a vanilla girl and I love vanilla scents. Strength and throw is about 8 out of 10. On the first day I left it going 10 hours. I had it going in a 25-watt ceramic bulb warmer. And the next day when I turned it on, I left it going 5 hours. And strength and throw was a little bit less that day, and I went to get my son a COVID test, which I will discuss here in a second. And when I got back, it was very, very light. So I would say around the 15-hour mark, I removed it over a 2-day span. So I also took 3 cubes, and I decided to put it downstairs in Drew's room. So what I usually do is I take 3 cubes, I put 1.5 cubes in each of 2 warmers. One's the succulent warmer, the other one is the honey pot warmer. Both really good warmers. So strength and throw was about 8.5 out of 10, nice and strong. Then I went to Zumba. Then right after Zumba, I had to go to take Drew to get a COVID test. And during the aftermath of that, I get a text from my daughter saying that Ryan had knocked over one of Drew's warmers and the wax spilled everywhere. So you're like, So I said, did the warmer break? She said, no. So he spilled the honey pot. She actually did a phenomenal job cleaning it up. But I said, did he spill all the wax out of it? She said, pretty much. So when I got back, there was about 1/2 cube left, give or take. Like I could just see a little bit of wax. So I kind of cheated and put another cube in, which explains why there's another one gone. So I put another one in. So that scent I actually left going almost a full 24 hours for 1.5 cubes. Now, really, I kind of cheated because I had to like boost it back up again. But I remember last night I went in around midnight to check on him, which would have been around the 16-hour mark, and I could still smell it. When I got up this morning at around the 22-hour mark, it was a lot lighter. So I still really liked it. I really liked this. It's very much like Happy Birthday with a bit more vanilla and a little bit of a golden rich, GBD tone. So if you like Happy Birthday, I think you're gonna like this. Some people say Happy Birthday is stronger. I found this plenty strong for me. I haven't warmed Happy Birthday in a while, but I know that's a good performing vanilla-based scent. And by the scent description, I kind of think that Scentsy might have meant for this to kind of be the funfetti cake, and who knows what Happy Birthday is supposed to be. But either way, I like them both. And in fact, I think I want to mix both 1-to-1 and a warmer and see how they do. So would I repurchase this? Yes. And I think I'm probably going to put it in my Scentsy Club. I really enjoyed this one, and it is Birthday Wishes. Okay, so let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It is Happy New Home. This is also in the Moment by Moment collection, and I would put it in the fresh category. On cold sniff, this is about a medium plus. I would say probably the strongest one on cold out of the collection. Scentsy describes this as bright notes of lemon blossom and mandarin settle in beneath a bright blue sky. So on cold sniffs, I immediately thought of laundry when I smelled this scent. And it's funny, I see the picture here and you see the man and the woman, they're hugging with the key. And that obviously has to be like their first home, because if they had kids and it was their second home, you'd be yelling at the kids, go over here, don't touch that. So this is like, you know, the dream first home, I think. And when I smell it, I get a laundry-based scent with some orange. And in fact, Ryan smelled this and he said, oh, that smells like orange. He didn't mention the laundry, but he smelled predominantly orange. So I would say there is definitely a predominant orange note, but the laundry makes itself known. And what it reminds me of, back in the day, we used to have sun-kissed citrus washer whiffs. So I almost think if you took like sun-kissed citrus washer whiffs, maybe 1 scoop and 1 scoop of clothesline and put them in your washer. That's kind of what Happy New Home reminds me of. It's like an orange version of clothesline. And it's just so funny that I had clothesline in the haul that day. Clothesline is very, very, very strong. This is a little bit lighter. So how did it do for me? I put 2 cubes in my daughter's room, and she has the Moon over Jupiter warmer, which she is really enjoying, in case anybody wants to know. Strength and throw there was like 9 out of 10. And it took a while to get to 9 out of 10. Like after about an hour, I thought, oh, it's not very strong. And then I went in probably like 2.5 at the 2.5 hour mark, and it was like, it was there. I left it going 36 hours over 3 days, and she did screw up my testing and turn the warmers off, but I kind of factored that in. I said to her, don't do that. She said, what, I thought you're not going to use my room for testing. I said, I'm trying not to, but it's going to be busy now, so we might have to. But in general, I kind of like to pick waxes I can just put in her room, leave them, and forget them for a while. And, you know, this one would probably be kind of in that category. I found it was very strong, and then it dissipated. I did think to myself, it's strong enough to go in the open layout, because if it's like 9 out of 10 in her room, I'm definitely going to try it in the lion's den. So I put 5 cubes there, and I have 3 different warmers, so I divvy it up. It's still going now. We're at about the 29 to 30 hour mark, day 2. So day 1, it was about 7 out of 10. And I would say for the first, I don't know, like 10 hours, it was probably like that. And then it started to go down. And then this morning when I woke up, I could smell it a little bit better up here, or when I re-entered and like left that area, I would get like whiffs of it. So I would say it's probably like on day 2, like a 3 out of 10. And that doesn't mean it's going to be like that in every area for you, but in a big open floor plan with big tall ceilings, it will do things like that. It will lessen in intensity. So I think if you're someone that likes laundry-based scents, you like citrus-based scents, I think you're going to like this. If you find clothesline too strong, I think you're going to like this. It's still pretty strong, but definitely not as strong as clothesline. So I would say this is, for me, it's probably like a medium in my open layout and a strong elsewhere. So would I repurchase this one? I don't think so, and it's not because I was displeased with it. I'm just not huge into laundry scents. I like them, but I never reach for them. I like clothesline, I like pink cotton, I really like magnolia linen, but I never reach for them, ever. So I have to factor that into my purchases. So Happy New Home is a really nice one. It would be great as a gift for someone that was buying a new home, but just not a repurchase for me. Okay, so now we're moving to the portion where I draw for the scents. You guys are gonna pick 2 different scents by early Wednesday morning, just like normal, but there's a little bit of a backstory here. Okay, so as I film this video, it is Sunday, mid-afternoon, and on Tuesday, early in the morning, my son Drew was having a very, very big surgery. That's why he had to have the COVID test, just to make sure before he has the surgery that everything is okay. He has extreme scoliosis of his spine. He is in a wheelchair. So he is going to be having rods put on his spine to correct the curvature. Sorry. Just give me a second. I think the part that bothers me most as a mom is that the surgery is like 7 or 8 hours, so I have to wait all that time to see how he's gonna do. Anyway, okay. So we are actually gonna be drawing for the new releases. Just one second. But I don't have my new releases yet. I won them in an incentive and Scentsy has not sent them yet. And I actually got a little bit impatient and then went and bought the bars recently. So they will come in the next little bit. But what I thought I'd do to get a jump start on warming and actually get a jump start on the fact that I'm going to be in the hospital with him for 5 days, assuming everything goes well, is I do have 6 scents that are new to the catalog but not new releases. So actually, in essence, we will be covering 10 new release scents and 8 returning scents from other collections or scents of the month, things like that. So I actually have 6 of them that we're gonna draw for this week. And I've actually pre-warmed almost all of them in their 2 spots. I always warm in at least 2 spots when I'm trying to review something unless I don't have enough wax to do so. So I've there's like, I think 2 scents that I just warmed in 1 spot, but if needed be, I will warm those in another spot. So this week we're gonna be drawing from these scents and I should have the other bars. Then we'll be able to pick those. And there's 2 scents that we're gonna have to wait until August 1st because I can't order those one until August 1st, and that is Jewel Pomegranate and Berry Blessed. All right, so if you're watching this video on Tuesday, give me a little bit of positive vibes for my son Drew. Let's get into the scents for this week. Okay, ignore the puffy eyes. Scent number 1 is going to be Arctic Kiss. Scent number 2, Bright Cider Life. Scent number 3, Pumpkin Chai. Scent number 4, Salted Caramel Toffee. Scent number 5, in the old packaging, Red Berry and Spruce. I always forget the name of that one. And scent number 6, a Disney scent that's made its way back in, True Love Awaits. So, again, vote for 2 scents. I'm actually going to review the top 3. Keep that in mind, but you still only vote for 2 scents. Please put your votes in by early Wednesday morning. If you cannot vote here on YouTube, find my Instagram post. I look forward to hearing your votes. I will look forward to seeing you guys next week. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.